The economic impact of sports in our region is just incredible, just like the tourism industry.
It's really another way to help people with their personal finances. How do you save that money? How do you grow that money?
It started with a lot of community input, and that's something that we're very, very proud of.
What we've noticed is children who enter kindergarten ready to learn do much better down the road.
Graham & Co Lab is a hub for idea generation, what we like to call ideation.
Welcome to Cox Connections, a link between you, our customers, and what's happening in the community we share. I'm Jeff Merritt, Market Vice President for Cox Roanoke. On July 6th, Colors Virginia, a new monthly publication, launched in Southwest Virginia. It's the first regional publication dedicated to all communities of color. The publisher and CEO of Colors Virginia, Robert Jeffrey Jr., joins me now. Robert, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Let's start off with a little bit of background here.
Sure.
So Colors Virginia, why Colors Virginia? Why are we doing this publication here in Roanoke?
I think because of the recent events that have been going on in our nation, I think it's time to have a conversation about race. Dialogues, understanding different communities, understanding each other. The theme of the publication is talking about celebrating our similarities, understanding our differences. And so I felt there's a need to talk about each other, learning about each other, and educate about each other, and especially in this community here in Southwest Virginia.
It's a very diverse community here in Roanoke, and so I can see where this would really hit home for a number of people here.
Yes, I mean, we have over 100 different nationalities here in Southwest Virginia, and I'm fortunate to have the opportunity and blessed to share those stories for everyone to understand and learn and really educate each other and find out what is the commonalities among each other.
Now, we mentioned that July was the first issue here in Southwest Virginia,
Yes.
but this isn't your first foray into this area. You've done this before.
Yes, I lived in Seattle, Washington. I grew up in Roanoke, Virginia, went to William Fleming High School, class of '87, and I graduated from Hampton, and then I moved to Seattle, Washington. And for 23 years, I worked in the media business, and I've started a publication, Colors Northwest magazine, with the same issues, talking about race, talking about communities and diverse communities of color. And that magazine flourished for 10 years, and where we won over 70 journalism awards. We were Media of the Year in 2006, and we was nationally recognized as a diverse on the issues of diversity in the Pacific Northwest. And so after the publication ran, I decided to come back to Virginia. My mother lives here, and being an only child, I decided that I wanted to get back to my mother and spend time with her. So I relocated back in December of 2014.
Fantastic. And so now the first issue we mentioned was July.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about what readers can expect. I mean, what should we expect to read?
The different communities, the different stories is really about understanding everyone that's surrounding. As we walk through life on a daily basis, we see tons of different people. But do we really know about who they are, their background, their history, their cultures? And I think this magazine gives an opportunity for people to understand different cultures. So you'll see different stories ranging from education to finance to business. So those are the type of stories, and we also definitely feature every month our restaurant reviews, the different cultures, the different ethnic restaurants that we have throughout the area that we will feature each month.
That's fantastic, and there's no question. I mean, you think about the businesses here and the business leaders that we have in the community. Certainly, a tremendous amount of diversity there.
Yes.
The restaurants, I love that aspect. I mean, clearly, you go to downtown Roanoke, for example.
Exactly.
You can walk down the road and see a number of different restaurants.
Well, it's about food. I mean, one thing that's universal among everyone is food. Everyone loves good food.
Right.
And to really showcase different ethnic foods, I think it's good for people to try and experience the different cultural foods that we have in this area. And what my experience have been coming back, there's food everywhere. That's one thing I've learned about Roanoke. There's always food. So really showcasing the food, showcasing the restaurants is very important.
Excellent. And so now, obviously, those are some of the fun topics that we're talking about. There are a number of other topics in the news today. This is how frequently do you publish this?
We publish every month.
Every month.
And we'll talk about different stories. Some on the lighter side when we talk about food, but we'll also talk about some serious issues. In our latest issue of our August, we talked about the issues regarding the Confederate flag. There's many different perspectives on both sides about the issue about having the Confederate flag, and we share that in our publication.
That's fantastic. So you get, a person can see all aspects of life, not just the obviously the more serious issues that we're facing today, but the fun stuff with the food and everything else. And so you really run the full gamut. The
full gamut. I mean, really talking about life. I mean, from our happiest moments to our saddest moments, we have those life experiences, and we want to share it from different perspectives, from different sides, from different communities, because everyone has different perspectives about what the issues are. And with Colors Virginia magazine, that is what we want to share and illuminate in the communities.
Fantastic. That's great. Now when we say Colors Virginia and it covers Southwest Virginia, how broad do you consider Southwest Virginia for?
Right now we have, our circulation is 10,000 a month, and we distribute from the New River Valley all the way down to Martinsville.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So there's quite a bit in that. That's a large geographic area to cover.
It is large, but there's a lot of stories in that area. And we're very excited about having the opportunity to find those stories. And we have 250 distribution points. A lot of our key distribution points are in our Kroger and Food Lion areas. But we really target also different communities where communities of color live and reside at. That's where we distribute. The libraries, the churches, the recreation centers, those are the areas, restaurants. Those are the areas where we distribute to make sure that we reach our targeted market.
Fantastic. And then I know in just a moment we'll share your web site, but folks can also access some of this information or find out more about Colors Virginia online as well, right?
They can find it online. They can find it on our Facebook, our Twitter, and also, of course, our website, colorsva.pub.
Fantastic. Great. Well, I want to thank you for coming in today, and thank you for what you're doing here. I think it's an amazing thing for the Roanoke Valley and for the entire Southwest Virginia, and thanks for bringing that experience you have from the Northwest back home.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the time.
For further information on Colors Virginia, visit Colors Virginia Facebook page or go to colorsva.pub. More Cox Connections after the break. Stay with us.